Hey, what's good, people, man? It's the Health and Wellness Dread, aka the Platinum Bearded Dread. You dig it? Question, man. Can you dance? Now, I don't mean to be all silly and funny, but serious question: can you dance? Now, that can be a bit controversial, I know, because there are some white people that can't dance. Let's keep it real, man. Particularly the guys. But this is for you too. This is for all of us. I was working in secondary school. I still am, at this present time, and I thought to myself, let me ask these boys if they can dance, because nowadays, the teenagers of today, they just seem so moody, and if you know, especially here in the UK, what they're listening to is like drill music that has no rhythm whatsoever. So I thought to myself, let me ask these youngsters if they can dance. So I went to one of the boys at his desk and I said, got a question, man, can you dance? And he looked at me all weird and said, no. Then I went to the next one and I said, can you dance? He said, no. I made my way along to all of them. Same answer, no. With a screw face, like it was that audacity to even ask them. And I thought, look at that, man. So I thought, let me ask the girls. So I asked the girls, and they were like, yeah, a little bit embarrassed, but they're like, yeah. Even the white girls said, yeah, you know what I mean? And I was confused because I said to myself, what happened? Because when we were youngsters, when I was coming up, we all danced. In fact, we still dance. When we go on holiday, we straight away we're out and we're dancing, man. And we'll never lose that. But the thing is, more importantly, I don't think we realise how important dance is, universally. I mean, think about it. Let's think for a minute. Right? Everything in creation has its own rhythm. From the turn of the planets, the cycles of a woman, and the stages of growth of an embryo. Everything has rhythm, man. And then you've got vibration. Everything's rhythm. So it must be ingrained in our DNA and in nature, in the DNA of nature, if you like. That just tells you how important rhythm is. And we're not talking about, the latest Michael Jackson moves or, or professional, quote unquote, whatever that is, dancing. We're just talking about the idea that your body and your mind is in tune with is in tune with rhythm and movement at the same time, if that makes sense. I mean, look around the world. You got like in Tibet, you got India, you got all these different cultures who use it for ceremony and ritual, including the Sufis, famous in Turkey. But even if you look at Africa now, Africa has long been known, we really know this, that from the beginning, being the birth of civilization, the cradle of civilization, as well as ritual, movement and dance has always been used as a way to connect with the spiritual expression. Even when black people were forced into slavery in America, one thing they couldn't take away from them was dance, because that was their way of expressing their pain and also communicating with other slaves, sending messages. So dance has always been integral to cultures all over the world, man. Far more than just busting a move, as it were. So when I looked at these youngsters, I said to myself, something's got lost here, man. You know what I mean? And without being biased, particularly the black youths, man, because it's very strange to see a black youth who can't dance. It doesn't make any sense. And when I approached these youths in school, it was almost like it was a weird, embarrassing question to ask them. And if you know anything about drill music, which is basically has its birth in the UK, there's no rhythm. It's like a dead beat. You basically try to dance with yourself, and you realize there's no connection to anything that's what's the word I'm looking for? Anything that's rhythmical. It's rigid. It's square. It's rigid. It's stiff like a corpse. And maybe that's not an accident. I mean, you think about it, right? Music, dance, releases natural endorphins. And endorphins are those natural chemicals that are natural painkillers. It also boosts dopamine in the body, which is basically a natural mood booster. making a person feel good, which is why, you know, when you dance and stuff like that, you feel good, man. You know, you feel good, man, no matter who it is. But these things, we can't take these things for granted because, particularly in the world that we live today, where everything just seems so stressful and heavy, maybe now we need it more than ever, particularly the younger generation, because they've skipped that whole period of time that we took for granted. You know, we grew up seeing our uncles and our grandparents dance, but they don't know anything about that. And they need it more than ever, man. So I want to suggest this as parents, first of all. If you've got moody teenagers who, particularly the boys, man, get them used to hearing music in the house if you're not doing it already. You know, and rhythmical music, the kind of music that they probably don't listen to because we already know they've got their own category of music, which is fine. But get them used to hearing music, man. You know, Sunday morning, whatever. You know, get them joyful, rhythmical, happy music. That's the first thing. And then this is my message to the youngsters then, yeah? Because it's really all about you now, new generation. If you're embarrassed at the idea of dancing or you just think you can't dance, when no one is in the house, just play something, play some music. Don't play what you normally listen to. Play something very rhythmical, something that has got feeling to it. And just move. Forget the word dance, just move, man. Just move how your body compels you to move. Just move. Don't have no mirror, just move. This ain't no dance competition or no dance, you know, routine. Just move, man. Don't worry about the latest routines, the latest TikTok routines. And that can be for another category, but this is just you and your own expression. There's no right or wrong way. You just move. And then keep doing that on a daily basis or whatever you can, just to get used to your body moving rhythmically to music. It might feel awkward and embarrassing at first, but if you keep doing that, you'll find your own natural rhythm, man. And you won't feel like you have to learn the latest routine to fit in. You can just have your own, man. Trust me, when I'm ready to move, man, my sons, they already know what I'm like, man. You know, original dread, you know, skanking and high stepping, you see it. But this is really important because when you youngsters when you have children, you're going to pass the same quote-unquote tradition, if you like, to your children. And we don't want a generation of young people who are missing out on something so valuable, man. Especially as the world seems to be getting more and more difficult, more and more stressful. I can't stress that enough. Never underestimate the power of dance, man, whether you're adult or whether you're a child. And find time to move, man, you know what I mean? In your own time, find time to move. And anyway, let me know your thoughts here. Do you kind of slightly bust a move every now and then when no one's looking? Or are you just one of those people that always dance to never stop dancing, man, no matter what age? Did you grow up with parents that danced? What your children, especially the moody teenagers, you know? Do they dance? Especially the boys, man. Or do you notice that they're just too into their drill music or whatever music, and you just never see them dancing, man? Write down your comments. I like to read them, man, and reply to every one of them. Don't forget, like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And we can do this again. Health and Wellness Dread, aka the Platinum Bit of Dread. Shit, man.